An internet entrepreneur and a SpaceX engineer have become the first private astronauts to walk in space, and Tropical Storm Francine continues to make its way across southeastern Louisiana. Good morning, I'm Corva Coleman from NPR News, and here are today's top stories. The first ever spacewalk by a private crew of astronauts has now concluded. The SpaceX mission Polaris Dawn sent 2 crew members outside the capsule last hour. SpaceX mission managers cheered when they opened the capsule hatch.
CBC SpaceX, can you command open forward hatch? Because we're going to stall it open.
There is our first view of the forward hatch, wide open to space.
2 other astronauts on the team were also suited up because the cabin vented all of its air and was open to space. The 2 spacewalkers have now returned inside and the cabin is being repressurized. Tropical Storm Francine is moving inland over southeastern Louisiana. Forecasters say it could drop heavy rain before it exits the state. The tracking site, poweroutage.us, says nearly 400,000 customers in Louisiana are out of power. From member station WRKF, Brooke Thorington has more from Baton Rouge.
Francine made landfall as a Category 2 storm in Terrebonne Parish, bringing wind gusts as high as 100 miles per hour to South Louisiana and storm surge along the coast as high as 10 feet. Up to a foot of rain is possible in some areas, and power outages are reported in more than 20 parishes. Linemen and power trucks are in place, waiting for conditions to improve before they safely begin to restore power. Emergency officials say they've prepared for the worst and are hoping for the best. For NPR News, I'm Brooke Thorington in Baton Rouge.
North Korea fired several ballistic missiles into the sea. NPR's Anthony Kuhn reports from Seoul. It appears to be the first such launch in more than 2 months.
South Korea's Joint Chiefs of Staff says the missiles were launched from the vicinity of Pyongyang and flew about 224 miles eastward into the sea. It didn't say how many missiles were fired. Japan also detected the launch and lodged a formal protest against North Korea. Nuclear envoys of the U.S., South Korea, and Japan spoke by phone and condemned the launch. South Korea's military says the launch could be in response to recent U.S.-South Korean joint military drills, or it could be a test of missiles to be exported to Russia. The UK-based group Conflict Armament Research says that some missiles launched by Russia into Ukraine in July and August were manufactured in North Korea as recently as this year. Anthony Kuhn, NPR News, Seoul.
The 2 main presidential candidates are trying to earn the support of voters in crucial swing states today. Former President Donald Trump has plans to campaign in Tucson, Arizona. He's expected to talk about the economy and housing costs. Second gentleman Doug Emhoff will also be in Tucson talking about reproductive rights. Vice President Harris is holding rallies in Charlotte and Greensboro, North Carolina. This is NPR.